Okay, hi everyone. So today we are actually right here at this new project called the Midwood. You can see from my back here. This place is actually located at Hillview Rise. So Hillview Rise obviously is part of Hillview area. This is actually considered Upper Bukit Timah towards Woodlands Road, towards Kranji, that side. So a lot of people like to refer this as part of Bukit Timah, but frankly speaking, I beg to differ. This is actually not part of the actual Bukit Timah. This is more towards the Bukit Batok side already, because the nearest train station from here used to be Bukit Batok station, and now it has become Hillview station, which is part of the downtown line. Later I'll actually walk you guys there. Don't have to worry about that. So actually this project is a 99-year lease project by Hong Leong Holdings. Hong Leong Holdings actually got this project through a government land sales exercise, and they got it based on a proposal of their award. The award was based on their innovative design. Then this place is pretty exclusive, I would say. Exclusive is actually a so-called a better word for secluded, frankly speaking, because there's only one mall that's next to it, which is the Hillview 2. Hillview 2 has many small little cafes and restaurants here. There's also a small little grocery supermarket here, and next to it there's a community center, and I would say it's walking distance to Hillview MRT station. Now of course you have to overcome a small little slope, that's all. And this unit is going to have 564 units, which I would say is actually not a very small project per se for this place. And I would strongly recommend people who are looking to buy somewhere where it's only for their own stay, and they foresee that they're going to stay here for quite a while, for whatever reasons, maybe for schools or live near parents, to consider this project. Investors should most definitely, in my opinion, stay away from this project. Why? Because it's very difficult to find a consistent tenant pool here. In the past, this place used to be very popular with Korean people. Why so? Because when the downtown line was still under construction, there were a lot of Korean companies who are contracted to complete this downtown line project by LTA. They are like Samsung, Sanyong, GS, so they are all Korean companies. So there were a lot of Korean engineers who were looking for a place that's actually very near to their site, that's convenient for them. So Hillview, Hume Avenue, this entire stretch were very popular with a lot of Korean tenants. But now that the downtown line has actually completed, I would say that this has created a very big void as of this moment for tenants. So the prices here for rental has been dropping steadily, and it has been dropping quite a fair bit. And of course, people love this place for the greenery, for the nature, and for whatever strange reasons. I have people telling me that, oh, they love places that can actually see out into the Bukit Timah Hill from their living room. I don't know what's the point, and I don't know what's the reason as well. For greenery lovers, they probably love this idea a lot. And I do have buyers in the past who were specifically looking for this area. Why so? Is because there are still pockets of freehold developments here, and in terms of the unit size wise, they are really very I wouldn't say massive but they are really substantial, and they are really very how do I put it? They are really standardized, and they have a very big space for, especially for the older developments. But the point here is that this is 99 years, so this is something that you have to look out for. And the price point that is going to be launched, we actually do think that it's going to launch at about 1,005 PSF plus upwards. This is actually a very affordable price for today's market. So a lot of people might consider staying a bit further out from the city center area because of the price point, and for 1005 PSF, I would say this is really very affordable compared to a lot of the other new launches that you see that in other videos that I've done, like Royal Green, Juniper Hill. They're all along the same stretch of the road. From Upper Bukit Timah Road, actually you just have to go straight down all the way and you will hit Bukit Timah area where the King Albert Park, Beauty World, Bukit Timah Plaza is. But at the end of the day, price is a very huge deterrent for most of the people who wants to stay near that area. So they might actually have to look for alternative that's further upwards. So next, I'll actually bring you to various places. I'll actually walk you to the mall, which is just right next to this Midwood. Something that I have to mention also as well, there's a childcare center that is integrated with this project itself. For the childcare center, I would say it's a huge draw for most people, but childcare center are highly sought after in a lot of neighborhoods and in a lot of places, because it's really very hard to get a place for your kid these days that's convenient, and then at the same time you are living just very near to it. So with the childcare center located like just within the same development itself, this could be potentially a draw for you. And then also I will walk you guys to the nearest MRT station, which is Hillview MRT station, and walk you guys to the nearest bus stop along the main road, which is along the Upper Bukit Timah main road. So okay, so come along with me and let's go. Everyone, I just came over from the site which was Midwood, which is literally less than 5 minutes walk away, and I'm at Hill V2. So unfortunately, this is the one and only mall as of right now of this recording of this entire area. So this place actually serves this entire neighborhood. If you want to go further out, you will have to go to Rail Mall. Rail Mall is actually further out, and the parking there is really very limited, and as far as I know, there's a cold storage there, and most of the people are there for the watering holes, because there are a lot of pubs and there's a lot of bars there. So right here we have a fitness gym, we have eateries, we have Starbucks, we have a lot of other things. There's also Jason's marketplace. Okay, and you can actually see from here. Maybe you can just follow me. You can actually see from the there's actually a lot of after school daycare center, and they also have shuttle bus as well, and they have dental. So basically this is like a small little mall. Think of Seletar Mall. So Seletar Mall is something that serves the Sengkang, that area, Seletar Green, that area. So it's between the Sengkang and the landed houses. So this is something very similar. It's just a small little mall that serves the daily needs of all the people, all the residents who live around here. Like you got dentists, you got GP, you got a grocery. If you need to have a quick bite, there's fast food here, and so on and so forth. So this is the appeal lah. But once again, I caution people who actually think that this place is going to attract a lot of tenants. Why do I say that? Because as of now, as for what we know, there isn't any concrete plans by the government to build any industrial parks or any offices here. So people who are actually looking to stay near their workplace may not want to stay here. But of course, having said that, the new downtown line is actually really very convenient, and people are able to get to Shenton Way and Telok Ayer in a very short span of time for using this downtown line, which later on I'm going to show you how far the walk is. So come on and follow me. Okay everyone, so I'm actually walking across the site, this Midwood. Today I'm doing this project Midwood. You can see in my background, this is a 564 unit 99-year leasehold condo, developed by Hong Leong Holdings. Which I already explained earlier. So right now I'm just walking towards the community center, and I'm just showing you the environment. Potentially at the end of when this project is going to TOP, what you could be expecting in this area lah. So I'd like to show you guys a shocking factor. I wouldn't say shocking, but it's expected. So you can see in my background here, there's a URA call for tender site that is designated for residential development. And the site area you can see here is actually 10,395 square meters, which is not very small, I would say. So what does this mean for you? This will actually mean that this road, this is actually considered a cul-de-sac. So from the Hillview Avenue, you will actually come in behind me and take this cul-de-sac road into Midwood. And what this will actually mean is that in future, when this other condo is done and up, okay, this small little road here, which is a merged lane currently, is potentially going to be very heavily congested. Because do not forget that Hillview 2, there's a Helia as well. So the Helia, you can see here, the Helia is also actually another condo itself. So actually from here in this small little intersection, there's already going to be 3 condos. And we do not know how many units are going to be up for this new project that is being called for that's under the URA land sale now. And then I will just show you just across the road from where you are, from Hillview 2, is actually this Hillview Community Centre. This is relatively new. I think this community centre is only maybe like 4 to 5 years old. There are some childcare centre, after school daycare centre here, and I will actually show you yeah. So this is Hillview Community Centre. Yep, right at the back here, and you can see this entire area is actually a condo enclave, I would say. You can check out my background. There are also this Helia, and then further down you actually have Hume Avenue as well. So this entire area is surrounded by a lot of different condos. Varies in sizes, big and small, new and old. But at the end of the day, if you ask me, this place is definitely not for investment unless you are thinking of renting it out to teachers teaching in the international schools. There are some international schools nearby, not too far away, and then at the same time, if they happen to be working in the Bukit Panjang area for whatever reason, they are working in the Kranji, Khatib area, then potentially I would say that this is a potential place for tenants to take this place. But at the end of the day, you need to ask yourself is, if you are looking to rent it out to tenants, there are many other units that are looking to do the same as well. So this is something that I do not encourage investors to buy. This should purely and strictly be something that is for your own stay, and nothing more than that lah. And also something to take note that MINDEF is actually nearby. So there has been talks that they're going to demolish MINDEF for the longest time lah, but he's still around. So yep. So next up, I will walk you guys to the Hillview MRT station. So just follow me in the next segment. So I am actually on the footpath to Hillview MRT station. So you can't really tell from the video, but I'm walking up an elevated plane. It's just a small hill to overcome, and as you can tell from my background, this is actually sheltered. So there's a pathway that isn't sheltered from Midwood currently outside Hillview 2. I'm not sure whether they have the plans to put it up, but anyway, just across the road here is actually sheltered all the way to the MRT station. Frankly speaking, if you ask me, I wouldn't prefer this. I wouldn't think why would anybody want to buy this project other than it's a reputable developer, Hong Leong, and at the same time the price point is relatively low, and at the same time there's a nearby MRT station for you lah. So that's about it lah, frankly speaking, because it's really very difficult to rent it out if you buy those 1 bedroom, 2 bedroom, and hoping that the tenant will actually want to live, stay near here. So I find it very out of the way lah, frankly, if you ask me. And then there's a small little bus stop here. The bus stop actually goes to Woodlands Interchange and Bukit Panjang lah. So that's about it lah. So if you want to get to town, the buses here do not serve the route to town. If you want to get to town, the only way as of now is, of course, either you take a Grab or you walk all the way to Hillview Station, and then you take the downtown line to Shenton Way and Telok Ayer, that area. And a lot of people always tell me, in the past I have like other real estate people who actually tells me weird things like, oh wow, it's such a privilege to, you know, stay near the Bukit Timah hill, to want to be near Bukit Timah. But if you ask me, at the end of the day, yes, staying near to Bukit Timah is one thing, but my point is, are you staying at the correct place of Bukit Timah? We're not talking about 6th Avenue or whatnot here. And yes, you can of course take the downtown line to 6th Avenue, but at the end of the day, you're not staying in 6th Avenue, and this is not a freehold project. So chances are that 10 years down the road, even if you buy this for own stay, what's the probability that you might be at least potentially make a bit of money out of this? This is something that you have to really go in with your eyes open and to not listen to just hearsay or random people telling you things like, oh, sure make money, that kind of thing. I do not know for the love of my life whether this is going to make any money or not, frankly speaking. So this is something that you have to be very sure. And of course, there are also incentives for people who want to stay near here, like parents, schools. Like maybe once their children has already get into a good school, then they just want to stay further away from the school, in the Bukit Timah area. Then they might want to look at here. But I don't know. At the end of the day, buying a place is a really very personal choice. So I hope that all these things will actually give you a more informative. So I've actually reached Hillview Station. It's just right behind me. Okay. So we have actually come to the nearest main bus stop from Midwood. Just now in the earlier segment, I actually walked past another bus stop. Why did I not count that one? Because most of the buses there only goes to Bukit Panjang Interchange or Woodlands Interchange. This is actually the main road, Upper Bukit Timah Road. So this direction is actually going towards Choa Chu Kang, Kranji direction and Bukit Panjang direction. If you want to get to town, you will actually have to take the underpass walkway through the Hillview MRT station to get to the other side of the road where the Salvation Army is. Yeah, so where the Salvation Army is, that side is where the direction where you will get to town. What I mean by get to town is Ulu Pandan direction, Holland Road direction, and Clementi Commonwealth Avenue West direction. Basically, there's only one bus that gets to town from here, which is 961 and 75. 75 will pass by Ngee Ann Polytechnic as well. I used to take that bus from Ngee Ann Polytechnic to go to Orchard. So this 75 will actually get you through there, and 961 will actually get you to Marina Square, Raffles Boulevard, Temasek Boulevard, that direction. If you ask me, it will be better to actually take a MRT instead of a bus, because the downtown line used to be non-existent here, and now with the downtown line, it's really very convenient. So the last part, I'll actually show you downtown line, just a simple map like where it's going to get you. So let's go. You is actually here, this station, and you're just one stop away from Beauty World. Beauty World is where Bukit Timah Plaza, all those places where there's a lot of tuition centers are going to be. And King Albert Park, of course, is King Albert Park where the old McDonald's used to be. Of course, there's no more McDonald's here. It's replaced by integrated development. Then 6th Avenue is literally where at 6th Avenue, where 4th Avenue residence is. So further down you travel. So Botanic Gardens is an interchange for Circle Line. Okay, and Stevens is going to be the future interchange for Thomson East Coast Line. And from Stevens, you are actually able to get to Orchard in the future, because Thomson East Coast Line is going to have a station called Orchard Boulevard Station. If not, currently you can also change at Newton and then you can get to Orchard. So frankly speaking, if you ask me, it's really not that bad that is too far away from city centre. But at the end of the day, our advice to clients is always do not try your best not to get any project that is outside of the Circle Line. So if you do take a look at the Circle Line, Hillview, Cashew, this area is actually outside of it. But of course 6th Avenue is an exception in terms of the new downtown line station. So taking a train will be a wiser choice for you rather than to take a bus down towards town. Okay, so yeah, so that will be all for this walkabout, and we will see you guys in the next video.